But what I want to say is hard though, or it's true, but it is hard. No matter what happens to you, go to God. It has happened according to your predeterminate counsel for my life. You are in control. Acts chapter 4 and verse 24. Look at what happened. This was when they ran to their company and they came to pray. And said, Lord, thou art God, which made the heaven and the earth, the sea, and all them that dwell in it. They gave God absolute control over everything. There is no space for Satan here. You are the God of the heaven, the earth, the sea. They went on and said, who by the mouth of the servant David had said, why do the heathen rage? And the people imagine a vain thing. For to do whatsoever thy hand and thy counsel determined to be done before. You see, at the end, when Joseph became prime minister, when they came to meet him, he said, you meant it for evil. But God meant it for what? Good. In other words, it was a very painful experience. But it's God that sent me. Because once you leave space for Satan, you'll be struggling. You see, when Jesus went to the cross, you know, Jesus was helpless. They were beating him. He was not in control of anything. Now, look at what happened in the scriptures. If you go to John chapter 19 and verse 24, they said, therefore, among themselves, let us not rend it. This was his garment, but cast lots for it. Whose? Now, you can be emotional and be looking at it and saying, they are tearing my clothes. They are tearing my clothes. This is why we can stripping me, negotiating for my clothes. Are you following what I'm saying here? They're negotiating for my business. If the business I started in front of me. But look, whose shall it be that the scripture may be what? Fulfilled. All that negotiation, they were not obeying God. It was just scramble, but they were fulfilling scripture. I said anything anybody does to you is fulfilling scripture. Verse 31 to verse 36. Look, Jews therefore, because it was the preparation and that the body should not remain upon the cross, which means for Sabbath, it's getting time to Sabbath day. These people are not dying. The people they crucified, they are not dying quickly. Let's quickly finish the death. So he said, well, let's break their bones. You understand this? So this is what they were discussing, not by below. They were saying, look, I have to go. Sabbath, we have to go and prepare. Let's break their bones. So in the discussion, then came the soldiers and broke the leg of the first. Bam! Then crossed Jesus. For one reason or the other, they passed Jesus and went to the third one. And when they came to Jesus, they saw that, so they broke one, broke the other one. They saw that he was dead already. In other words, it looks like he has died. But it was for fulfillment of scripture that not one bone on his body will be broken. Are you following what I'm saying here? That means your letter got into an office. They are debating. Someone said this. All that thing is that it might be what? Fulfilled. It's your murmuring that causes the angels to lose control of what's going on. If something happened and you are still angry, it's because you didn't know that it was written. That's why you are still what? Anybody that walked out of your life is that it might be what? Fulfilled.